Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
We've been talking about Callen all morning. He's here with his beautiful. Did I call you a girlfriend or partner? Sparkles.
Collaborator.
Okay.
So Callen and Sparkles flew in from Canada around Halloween time, and they said, "Let's go party." I went, "Okay," because I have a few of Callen's pieces, and I said, "Oh, I've never met Sparkles." So we spent Halloween night partying all across New York City with a guy named Callen and a woman named Sparkles.
Oh, so fun.
We had so much fun. From what I recall, I don't remember much of it. But anyway, so welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Elvis.
So the weird thing about doing audio show like we do is if you want to introduce artwork, the visual artwork to your listeners, it's sort of a challenge, but I think it's worth it in this case. We've done it with my friend King Saladin. He was in several weeks ago, and our other friend Felix Semper was in, the guy who does the paper,
like accordion,
sculpture. Yes. So when I was online, I'll tell you the story. I was on Instagram, and you know when you sign on to Instagram, it gives that first page. It's the
Discover Explore page. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I saw Callen's work. It's this most colorful, wonderful, just explosion of it's hard to explain. So I reached out to you on Instagram saying, "Dude, how do I buy one of these pieces?" And you got back to me.
Got back to you immediately, and I was honored that you inquired, and I like to respond to everyone personally with DMs, and I actually just sent you a piece right off the bat.
He did, just sent me one.
Oh, that was nice.
By the way, just because you DM him today doesn't mean you're getting a free piece.
I'm just pulling up my Instagram right now, like,
Send me a free piece.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you sent me the piece, and it all started there. And so I then found other work you had done and ordered some more, and my friend Dana ordered some.
Yes.
And then Callen did this piece. It was a heart-shaped piece that I wanted. And the next thing I know, Miley friggin' Cyrus bought it.
That rude woman.
Wow, we are getting big.
Sparkles, what did Callen do? How did he respond when he saw that Miley Cyrus wanted to buy one of his pieces?
He was absolutely floored.
Yeah, well, it was actually Sparkles that let me know that Miley followed me, and I had no idea. So she was way more in tune with the that. So thank you for notifying me. But yeah, no, that was really kind of special moment that Miley got that piece because her house burnt down, and then it's the first piece that's going into her new art collection.
Wow.
And as they rebuild the Malibu magic.
All right, so let's go back. So, Callen, you grew up. Where do you grow up in Canada?
Toronto.
In Toronto.
Yeah.
And so, as a kid, you were. I see pictures of you as a kid. You were like a messy little kid that liked to create art, and you more paint got on you and your face and your clothing than on the actual canvas at that point, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a very I think a blessed upbringing. My mom, shout out to my mom. She always encouraged me in my art, and I think that everyone is artists as a child, and at some point. Usually the person quite close to you, like your mom or your dad, tells you to get a real job.
Yep.
And I never had that. So
your parents never said get a real job?
No. So here I am still keeping that childlike wonder, alive and trying to bring that, that to other people and inspire people.
Isn't that funny how, there's a book out now. I forgot the name of the book, but it's not about how you learn things to get on in life. It's how you unlearn things, meaning the older you get, you learn things that bring you down, that stop you from being creative. The older you get, people tell you can't do that. You've got to do this. So what Callen did is called unlearn. There it is. What Callen did is he just refused to learn that he can't be a fun artist and just continue doing it. So you're still a kid, basically. In some ways,
in some ways, and now combating sort of social media. I didn't have television as a kid, so now we all have televisions in our pocket, and I've found great success with viral videos, and I mean that's how you found me, right?
Yes.
So, but it's a double-edged sword. It also comes with a lot of negativity, and so that's sort of what I'm sort of trying to make my art about now is to sort of educate people that might be putting you down, like the quote unquote haters, and that's a name calling to begin with, so I don't want to call people names.
No, they're haters.
That's nice of you. I know. They are haters.
We'll call them that for you.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll tell them why people call your art, they call it fake art. Okay. So if you go to my Instagram right now, at Elvis Duran, you'll see several examples of Callen Callen doing his work. And you'll see even the name of your show in New York is called
Fake Art.
Fake Art.
Good, you embrace that.
Yeah.
So what? Tell everyone how you do that. And when they see the video, tell them before they see it, if they can't see it yet.
Yes.
Tell them what it is you do.
Okay,
to create a piece.
Yeah, so what I do is I took a bicycle, I sort of cannibalized the parts to spin canvases, and then I added to that, I have like sort of a trapeze pendulum apparatus that is literally there's paint flying through the air and creating sort of natural phenomenon of color and motion on a canvas, and it takes about 74 hours to dry. I get covered in paint. The audience almost sometimes gets covered in paint.
Right.
And it's sort of a moment. It's all happening. And I think one of the criticisms with that is that it looks too easy. And it's a performance, and you know, and I think people get a little bit caught up on the fact that it, like, I mean, if you look at like a figure skater or a pro sport player, I think, you know, they all make it look easy, right?
Right,
like So now what I've started to do is I've taken some of the comments, like the negative feedback. Like I got this DM. I probably can't say it on the radio, but you know, your art looks like dog
crap,
blank.
right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's nice. That's
and
nice.
so you know, I took that and I.
So you actually made a piece out of dog crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Sorry.
And printed it out and did one of my classic swoops on it, and it's not like a.
Wait, hold on. You actually used dog crap on a piece?
No, I use you know, a colorful rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes dogs crap rainbows. But so your art is now not only the original art that you create using motion and this and that, but it's also a conversation about what is real art and what isn't real art, which I
Yes.
think it's taking it to a whole new level.
Thank you. I mean, I think at any point in time, it's really important to have a conversation about what is art. And I think that is to call that into question and to have that conversation here on the radio today, tomorrow, 100 years from now, 100 years ago, what is art? And that's a really important thing to talk about, and you know, I hopefully inspire people to you know, chase their own passions or whatever it might be.
What I love about Callen's art, and you'll see it if you go watch the videos or if you come see his performances here in New York tonight, tomorrow night, and then Saturday and Sunday, right? And I'll give you that information in a second. It's fun. It's colorful fun. To me, that's the essence of what it is.
Yeah.
And to me, in this world we live in, if you can find any way to have fun, be inspired by someone else having fun, and getting dirty, and if you go to his show, it's like going to SeaWorld, you know, when Shamu splashes the front aisle.
Yes, that's the best scene.
Imagine Shamu swimming in paint.
Why wouldn't you want to sit there? You always want,
Exactly.
like when you go see Blue Man Group, I want to sit in the front because I want to get splattered on
It's true.
all the time.
I mean, look, show them your hands, Callen. Look, they got paint all
I
over
clean
them.
them, but yeah.
These
Those
still
are
have
under the
paint.
nails,
These
yeah.
are clean.
I knew it was paint.
But I mean,
I wore
tattoo?
these last night. These are.
so what's? Yeah, he's wearing a suit made out of paint.
So really, that's from your art.
This is last night, yeah.
So these were white pants when you started.
so cool.
Yeah, these were white last night, and then this is what happens to
Dude,
it.
you should get into the clothing business.
Seriously, that's awesome.
So Sparkles, how long have
Yeah.
you known Callen?
It's been a year and a half now.
Right.
Yeah, and he moved in right away.
Oh well. Well, I will tell you. Can we talk about the installation you guys did together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Describe what. Okay, Sparkles. Describe what you and Callen did for this exhibit.
Our moon magic.
Yeah, the moon magic. Listen to this. Now, if you want to have a romantic night with your lover,
boy.
okay, tell them what you did. This is great. But you did it in front of a crowd of people.
Oh,
Did we do it in front of a crowd of people? Have we done it? We
just-
haven't done moon magic in front of a crowd of people.
We haven't yet live, but we videoed it, and it's all out online. So
Okay,
there's
well,
a crowd
describe.
there.
Okay,
But
then
just
describe it.
the-
Because now it's
you know,
got a crowd
what
because
we do.
we're all watching it.
Yes.
Describe what you do. Listen to
Okay,
this.
so basically, Callen pours paint all over me.
And you're totally nude.
Yes,
Right.
completely nude. And then we have like an 8 foot by 8 foot canvas. And then I will basically swim and dance along the canvas.
To music.
Yes, to music. And I'll create like a paintbrush and like body movements. Sometimes it looks like waves or fire. And then, yeah, and that's a collaboration. It's called Moon Magic.
I love it. If you check them out online, you'll see that plus all the other performances you've done. And you've done performances in Los Angeles, of course, a lot of them up in Canada.
Yes.
And it's look, if anyone listening is like, oh, art, I don't know, art, I can't wrap my head around it. We found some art for you to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I love it so much. So what about an art? Because I know that you studied art, Callen.
Yes.
I mean, you're a classically trained artist.
Classically trained. I can, believe it or not, I can actually paint, or draw. I went to OCAD University. I went to arts high school, Etobicoke School of the Arts, great school as well. So I'm trained in the arts, but I a lot of that training is about controlling the brush and rendering something. I've got no real interest in rendering something and
you have no interest in control.
No interest in
you
control.
want it out of control.
Out of control, and it, I sort of set things in motion, and then chaos unfolds. And it's like, nature is beauty itself. And I'm sort of just capturing these like natural phenomena like a pendulum or a harmonograph, or, the way maybe a sunset looks or something like that. And that's what I'm trying to sort of hint towards, the greater beauty that is like beyond, like out in the, we just found the, picture of the black hole, like, like stuff like out there, like cosmic beauty, and it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around, but I think that that's sort of undeniably beautiful, that nature is beautiful. And I'm sort of like, I don't sign my work. I'm sort of step away from it. It's like, I'm trying to create something just natural.
And when you see these videos, you can actually get Callen's screen name and everything at Elvis Duran on Instagram. Okay, now, as a young artist, what is your advice for someone out there who knows they have it, but they just don't know how to keep it moving forward?
I would say, be prolific, keep at it, like produce a lot of work, document everything you do, surround yourself with positive people, with the online community. There's a lot of negativity out there. Even if you're posting a single picture, somebody's going to have something negative to say. So in real life, IRL, have some real followers, some real people, good people. I'm fortunate. I've got, Elvis to my left, and I've got Sparkles to my
Oh my
to
God.
right.
It's an Elvis Sparkles sandwich.
So I got some really good people, supporting me, and, so surround yourself with yeah.
But Callen, internally, like who do you stop listening to in order to still be true to what your art needs to be? I mean, what is your internal conversation? And you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a long paragraph,
Yeah.
but like, what do you say to yourself when you sit down to do a piece of art?
Well, I mean, I think there's an inner silence that you have to sort of employ to be present, and it's not, and sometimes the voices in your head, not like I'm crazy or anything, but everyone's got voices in their head, right? So it's like maybe those voices aren't your voices, and they're sort of other people's things that you may be projecting, that they've projected on you, and then you project on yourself. And so when you create, that might limit you. So if you can like silence those critics that might be your own voice in your own head, and just let the if you're painting or if you're dancing or if you're doing music, and let the notes and let the colors speak to you instead.
So I'll tell you, this is the second time this week on our show we've talked about the voices in our heads. Seriously.
Okay.
And this applies to anything and everything, anyone and everyone listening to our show right now, no matter what you're out to do today, to read a book or to write a book, to ride a horse, or to give birth to a horse. Good luck with that. You've got to silence these voices that other people have branded and tattooed on your brain and on your heart. Let them go and trust yourself. And that's what Callen has done. And Sparkles, of course, right there alongside him. Now, if you're in New York, today, from noon to 6, and then tonight 6 to 9, and at 7 o'clock tonight there's a live performance. Tomorrow night there's a live performance, and we'll give you the address in a second. But it says 21 and over. How come I got to be over 21 to come to your show? Is there nudity? Is there sex?
That's just tonight, just because it's
Cocktails?
cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then all day Saturday, all day Sunday, live performances at 3 o'clock, both of those days. But from noon to 6, the show is open. It's happening on my street, on 393 Broadway, at 393 Broadway. You can get the address and all the information if you go to Elvis Duran at Instagram. You can link over to Callen and everything he does. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you.
You're the best. We love art. And we love Callen and Sparkle.
The Mercedes AMG Interview Lounge.